Hey, what's going on, guys? Well, I got another knife review for you today. And today we're talking about the Sniper by Mr. Jason Brous. Brous Blades. Very, very sexy knife. Newer design. If I kind of hold it here, you can see more of the true color. The overhead light is giving it somewhat of a glare. It's making it look a little yellowish orange to me through my little viewfinder here on the camera. In person, it is just a straight up orange. There's no yellow about it. But it is a beautiful, very, very vibrant, almost metallic orange. Just really wonderful color. I love a little pop of color, you guys know that. Black knives are cool, they always will be, but sometimes it gets boring. Gotta have a little color mixed in. But if you don't like orange, that's cool too. There are 7 different color options. That is right, 7 different colors for this model, as well as 2 different blade finishes. Now, this is important to know. This one is satin, and the satin version of this knife is $169, whereas the acid stonewash version, which is a very cool black finish, which I think matches well with some of the more brighter colors, that's $209. Okay, so there is a price difference, and you can get, of course, any combination of handle color to blade finish, but there is a price difference there. $209 compared to $169. The satin ones work just as well, so I think it's just as cool for that price difference. Beautiful blade on this, nice upswept blade. Comes to a very acute point here. You can see a logo on the blade on this one. We'll talk about some specs real quick and get those out of the way so we can get into the nitty gritty on what I think about this knife. So our blade here is D2, the very same D2 that Jason uses on a lot of his different knives. It's awesome. It performs great, slices well with this blade design. It's awesome. Chews up anything you throw at it. The length on here is 3 3/4 inches. It is 1/8 inches thick. All right, our handle is a 6061 aluminum. Okay, obviously anodized. Again, 7 different color options, which is very cool. 5 inches is our close length, which makes it 8 3/4 inches overall. And this thing only weighs 3 ounces. Okay, extremely lightweight, pretty slim design here. I love the flow-through design, and I love how instead of having standoffs, it is incorporated into the handle scales. They match up beautifully, both spots here. Really nice. Of course, I love the pocket clip. Because this is very smooth, the pocket clip works wonderfully in the pocket. It grips enough, you don't have to worry about it falling out or anything, but it is a very smooth transition, both getting it in and outside the pocket. As you can see here, tip up right hand carry on this one. Now, if you notice, actually I'm gonna open this back up, it is a flipper design on the back. The flipper is smooth, but it's easy to get to. Okay, lightning fast on this one. Is a liner lock. Lockup is awesome, no problems there. But if you notice, the liner locking bar is the pocket clip. Very cool design, I love that. Comes right outside the frame here and right over. Beautiful. So that being said, obviously it's not swappable to the other side. Okay, so you're stuck with the tip up right side carry. But very, very cool design. Absolutely love it. But there is one bomb here. One big bomb that I noticed the second I took it out of the package. The only thing I don't like about this knife is that it is way too smooth. Design-wise, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, there is some jimping up here. Of course, there is also jimping on the spine. Okay, so when the knife's open, you got a nice little finger choil here. You can get a decent grip on it, especially if you choke up. But overall, it's just way too slick. It's slick enough to the point where when I was using it, it was actually slipping out of my hands, and that's pretty rare. It's pretty rare for me to be using a knife and I'm losing my grip as I'm using it, and that's not even like with wet or sweaty hands or anything. It's been pretty hot lately, so I might have had a little bit of sweat going on there, but it really shouldn't have been that big of a factor. I wasn't using it out in a rainstorm or anything. It's just super, super slick. As far as the looks, yeah, that's awesome. But when you get down to it, the function part of the knife, it's just, I couldn't deal with it. It was a little bit too much. I hate to say it, but that was its biggest downfall. That's its only downfall, is that it's way too slick. Now, of course, putting in texturing, that's great. It'll help with the grip, but it does change the knife design. I know that. So it's not always as easy as saying, yeah, make it grippier, because then it just doesn't look the same. So it's a toss-up. Not every knife is great at everything. This knife is beautiful. This knife is sexy. This knife is very, very sharp and very capable. But because of the lack of grip, I just wouldn't recommend it for like an EDC, something you could just depend on day in and day out. The quality is there, but you know, unless you're wearing a glove or something, I wouldn't use this for heavier duty chores. You know what I mean? That's why I say EDC, because I see an EDC knife as being something you can rely on for pretty much anything that happens throughout the day. So all that being said, I would still recommend this knife. The quality is top notch. It is super sexy. It's beautiful. But I would definitely lean this more towards the gentleman's knife category. Number one, because of the vibrant colors that are offered, it's a little bit of pizzazz, I guess. You know, you throw this in a suit with a tie that matches, awesome. But, you know, as an EDC, it's just too slick. Can't get over it. It's too much, you know. I mean, it's beautiful. It feels great, you know, fondling it. The grip feels fine right now. I feel like I can tackle anything. But guess what? I went out and I used the thing, and it started sliding out around my hand a little bit. Didn't like it. So, yeah, unfortunately, that's the biggest downside to this. So I would keep this as a gentleman's knife. I would keep this in your collection as a nice addition. Maybe light duty EDC. If you don't find you use your knife all the time for all kinds of stuff, yeah, sure, you can still carry it around. There's nothing wrong with that. But I just don't think that it excels compared to many, many other different options out there, even from Jason. Jason has awesome knives that are great for EDC. You know, this is just not one of them. This is more in the artsy class of things and more the gentleman's side of things. Of course, just my opinion. I did want to mention one more thing, though, that came with this knife, which is awesome. Of course, we have our little certificate card in this nice plastic back. And look at that. Something every knife should come with. Its own little adjustment tool. We have a double-sided Torx driver that's integrated right into your certificate of authenticity card. Okay, so Jason, awesome job with that. Jason's always done really cool things with different packaging and stuff. Super cool. Really appreciate that. It's the little things that matter. But yeah, I mean, it's lightweight, it's slick. You gotta remove that fingerprint, it's killing me. You know what I mean? Can't deal with that fingerprint on the blade. A little better. If you gotta do something, you gotta do it right, all right? Hang on here. Using the old pants here to clean that blade. All right. There we go. Because I know it's gonna bug someone out there. They'll be like, oh, fingerprint on the blade. Yeah, I mean, I love it. I really do. But I always gotta keep it real. And this one's just too slick for an EDC. It's pretty much the only thing that I don't like about it. Other than that, it's friggin' awesome. So hey, if you guys don't have a problem with smooth knives, if you have experience carrying knives that were more on the smooth side, might not really be an issue for you. You know, everyone has different opinions on things. I'm here to tell you the quality's there, just like any one of his folders or fixed blades. Jason does awesome stuff. It's just, with my experience, I think he has other models that are much better suited for EDC options. You know, but still super classy and super high quality. So that's it. That's the Sniper. If you guys happen to have this knife, please let everyone know how you feel about it. Someone can have a different opinion than me. Maybe someone else says, yeah, I got that knife, and guess what? Not a problem, man. I don't know what the hell Jeff's talking about. Well, hey, Jeff's talking about his experience. That's all I can really offer you is my experience. But yeah, that's it. So thanks for watching. Hope you guys have an awesome day, and I'll see you soon. Take care.